What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here, back with another video. I want to make a quick video today all about something that's making a lot of waves on social media. Essentially how this dude ate pizza every single day for 200 days straight, over 200 days actually, and he built muscle and lost weight. So what the hell happened? I should say body fat, because his waist size went down, but his chest, his arms, his shoulders, his legs, his thighs all increased in size. So by any estimate, it seems like he built muscle, lost fat, ate pizza every single day. Isn't that every person's dream? How do we make sense of this? I want to talk a little bit about flexible dieting. I want to talk about all sides of the equation, you know, clean eaters. I want to talk about macros. I want to talk about a lot of different things. I want to talk about that keyword, nutrient partitioning, how this is even possible. The first thing I want to say to those that are super excited about this is that everyone is different, right? If you look at his TDEE, if you look at basically how many calories he can eat in a day, I think his caloric intake was maybe around 4,000 calories, which is more than the average person. So a whole pizza every day for him represented, I believe it was around 40% of his daily caloric intake. So that's point number one. One, he could eat a lot of calories and get away with it. Two, we got to take a look at how his training went, how his cardiovascular work, what he did outside of the gym. And what we see when we look at that is that he was training a lot harder during this period. So it wasn't like he was just training super hard the whole time. He suddenly incorporated pizza, and pizza was magical as some sort of steroids, and he built muscle and lost fat. What actually happened is he started training harder than ever, 4 times per week on a SMART program, and then he started doing cardio every single day. So while he was eating, once again, a pizza every single day, he was training even harder, he was doing even more work, so his expenditure was increased. Now, this is beneficial. How? Like I said before, training has a positive effect on your composition, on your body. If you don't train a muscle at all, let's just say you don't do any bicep curls whatsoever, and you're still an intermediate lifter, like you lift like, you know, maybe around 300 pounds on the bench or 400 pound squat, whatever, but you just don't train your biceps, and then suddenly you really focus on that area, even if you're in a caloric deficit, there's the possibility, the probability of building muscle because you're training that specific area that has not been trained before. Essentially the muscle has wasted away, or you have no muscle there. So we got to keep that in mind, right? It's not just all about calories, but when you do train hard, when you do cardiovascular work, it gives you a more favorable nutrient partitioning. And what that means essentially is when you eat food, any amount of food, any a real type of food, there's always 2 options. The first option is that it could go towards storing fat. The second option, it could go towards building muscle. So when you train hard, when you sleep, when you recover, when you do a little bit of cardiovascular work, when your macros are kind of the right ratio, what tends to happen is you have a more favorable body composition. When you eat food, it'll go more towards building muscle, less towards accumulating fat, and that's exactly what happened. So we took someone that wasn't quite sedentary, let's say, but someone that wasn't certainly training hard. He did a whole lot of cardio, he did a whole lot of training, he tracked his macros. If we look outside of the pizza that he ate every single day, the remaining 60% was what we would call those like whole foods that are nutrient dense. So he's eating a lot of greens, like chicken breast, just a lot of good, let's call it food sources. So his micronutrients, right, his vitamins and minerals were certainly there. So he managed with his high caloric intake that he was allowed to fit inside a pizza every single day. He trained harder, he was in a surplus, he did some cardiovascular work, so along the way maybe he lost a little bit of body fat, which we have noticed in the past, not just beginners, but also intermediate lifters, those people that tend to train harder with time, it can occur, and he built muscle. So there's nothing magical. There's absolutely nothing magical going on here. It's making waves because it sounds perfect, right? It's the best headline. We've been taught before that pizza is terrible for you, and it is true that, you know, certain types of pizza, too much of anything can be really fucking bad for you. But in the right context, right, you can enjoy the foods that you like inside of your diet while trying to either lose weight or build muscle. So again, no surprise to any of this here. I think the big point though, and it should be liberating for those individuals that are still stuck on that concept of clean eating, only, you know, like brown rice, tilapia, and broccoli every single day in order to build muscle, is that you have some leeway. Once you have those micronutrients, once you get the vitamin and minerals, once you focus largely on those whole food sources, as a guy like Alan Aragon, my boy, would say, Eric Helms, same idea, then you can have those discretionary calories. And everyone, it depends on how many they can have. Me, I'll just note that I was able to fit in probably during that point where people would say my body was most aesthetic, in that 2013, 2014 period. I was able to fit in a whole medium Pizza Nova pizza twice a week just into my calories, and basically do the same thing. So it all depends. I would say focus on the big picture, making sure you hit your macros, the calories you need to hit, good food choices, fill that up, and then whatever's left over, you can play with it, and just make sure to track, measure, and see how your body changes. Don't get it twisted though. I'll say just as clean eaters can be really, really bad, where they're overzealous, they maybe have orthorexia, body dysmorphia, just issues with their body, which forces them into this clean eating. The same idea can be said by those that just want to fit every type of Pop-Tart into their diet. Focus on the big picture, guys. Fuel your body, train really hard, do some cardio, sleep a whole lot, and then have some fun with your remaining calories. It should be that simple. So I hope it clears it up. I'm gonna link in the description the article. I think it was a great article, just going over every single damn thing. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, make sure to like the damn video. I got a whole lot coming. Stay tuned. I apologize for the delay in the bench press program. It's coming. We got a lot of things going on, some collabs along the way. I thank you for the support. I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.